Your entire life just shifted while you were busy doubting. The next step. Can you feel it? The storm of transformation is upon you, rewriting your destiny in a matter of hours. This isn't a subtle nudge. It's a force that demands immediate attention. If you're ready to claim the miracles that are practically banging at your door, then smash that like button, subscribe so you never miss this call to rise, and comment 77 to prove you are open to what the universe and the Almighty are about to unleash. Chapter 1. The Thunderous Pulse of Divine Reset. It strikes without warning, like a lightning bolt across a midnight sky. The sense that everything you thought you knew about your life's trajectory has been blindsided by a higher directive. Some might call it an epiphany, others a moment of raw spiritual intensity, but the essence remains the same. You can't continue on the same path. This force, set in motion by what can only be described as a divine hand, has accelerated your timeline for blessings, breakthroughs, and inner revelations. For ages, you wrestled with those deep-seated doubts, wondering why your efforts produced meager rewards. You questioned if your prayers had bounced off a silent sky. But the truth is, all that energy you poured out in desperation was never wasted. It was caught, held, and finally unleashed in one massive wave that's about to overflow every barrier. The blueprint of your life, the cosmic outline that details who you are, why you're here, and what you must do, has been recoded in your favor. The old blueprint, riddled with limitations, is gone. Now the new script reads like a war chant: unstoppable progress, fierce love, and unshakable faith. But let's make something clear. This is not an invitation to lounge around, waiting for miracles to land in your lap. It's a rallying cry. You must stand up, arms raised, mind ready, heart ablaze with expectancy. Because if there's one thing these hours are good at, it's revealing who's truly committed to receiving this upgrade. You can't cling to the safety nets that used to define you. Fear, mediocrity, small-minded illusions that told you success is for others. The blueprint that worked for your past self has been shredded. God rewrote your destiny in celestial ink, and now it's your job to live it. Such a radical shift doesn't come without growing pains. The watchers, skeptical relatives, envious colleagues, or even your own lingering doubts will wait for you to falter. Let them wait. This shift is unstoppable. You've prayed, sacrificed, endured nights of doubt. Heaven recognized every tear, every unspoken ache. Now is the payback, not through puny increments, but by unstoppable blessing. The magnitude might scare you. That's good. In the face of fear, you discover your courage. You won't sabotage the harvest you once begged for, will you? Embrace this reset as if your next breath depends on it. Today, you let go of your illusions of control. You stop underestimating the power that shaped worlds and trust you enough to carry its flame. It's time to tear down your old mental strongholds and say yes to every morsel of faith. The blueprint is renewed, signed off by a divine signature that cannot be erased by negativity or disbelief. Your tomorrow is already trembling with unstoppable miracles. Are you ready to meet it with arms wide open? Chapter 2. Awakened by Sacred Fire. You've felt the heat rising in your chest, that unsettled, vibrating energy that makes ordinary tasks feel trivial. That sacred fire, it's the catalyst that wakes the soul from complacency. For too long, you trudged through days that bled into weeks, hoping for a sign, yet half expecting disappointment. But now that fire is roaring in your bloodstream, an inferno of divine persuasion, telling you it's time to fight for what's been promised. This is not a gentle warming, but a full-blown blaze, refining you from the inside out. Old attachments burn away in the presence of such power. Maybe you've tried to cling to relationships that drained you, or routines that lulled you into numbness. In this new blueprint, there's no space for that dead weight. The sacred fire demands you release anything that dulls your spiritual edge. It might feel terrifying, losing the comfort of what's known. But stepping into destiny often requires incinerating your safety nets. This is how true warriors ascend. Don't mistake this fire for mere hype or fleeting inspiration. It's an ancient force that has lit up prophets, revolutionaries, and visionaries across time. It's the same fervor that parted seas and tore down fortress walls. Now it's your turn to harness it. If you sense a wild urgency, that's because the clock is ticking. Miracles, messages, and breakthroughs swirl near. They circle like hawks, waiting for the moment you're audacious enough to claim them. Look at your life now. The heartbreaks, the near misses, the repeated struggles with money, health, or acceptance. Each scar prepared you for this ignition. It's no accident that the blueprint was upgraded precisely when your faith was battered, but not broken. The universe needed to ensure you were pliable, teachable, and, most importantly, hungry. Because a person who's lost and found their way again is unstoppable. They bear scars that tell 1,000 cautionary tales, but also the unshakable knowledge that no matter what, they rise. This is your midnight call to take up arms. In the spiritual sense, arm yourself with relentless belief. Let every negative voice that questions your worth be drowned out by your own roar of conviction. Let those who once underestimated you witness the unstoppable clarity that burns in your eyes. You're not the same individual you were a week ago, or even yesterday. The blueprint etched in heaven says so, and as the holy flame stirs in your core, any attempt to deny your destiny becomes an exercise in futility. So feed this flame with action. Step out in faith that makes no logical sense to the cynic. Move forward on that dream project. Approach that potential partner. Finalize that business plan. Let your passion break the dam of procrastination. Because sacred fire is best harnessed in motion, not in stagnation. Only then do you prove you're worthy of the blueprint that's been tailor-made for you. The time for doubt is gone. Ignite your will, sharpen your focus, and let the sacred fire show the entire cosmos that you refuse to be anything less than legendary. Chapter 3. Shattering the Walls of Past Defeat. Every champion has a history of setbacks, moments when failure and disappointment threaten to define them. You've been there, pinned to the mat, nursing wounds that left you questioning whether destiny was just a fairy tale for the lucky few. But as this new blueprint surges into your life, those old defeats must be confronted, then obliterated. They're ghosts that will keep haunting if you don't call them out. Take a hard look at your darkest moments. Maybe it was a betrayal in love that left your heart in fragments. Maybe a financial collapse drained your spirit, or a long string of job rejections convinced you that success was meant for others. Each instance felt like a nail in the coffin of your self-belief. Yet paradoxically, those nails also hammered in lessons you never would have learned if your path had been smooth. You discovered perseverance, resourcefulness, and an empathy for others who endure hardships. These traits are crucial for the new blueprint. Without them, you lack the depth that's essential for the miracles en route to your door. But acknowledging those lessons doesn't mean you drag them as baggage. This blueprint recalibrates your identity to see the past not as a chain, but as a whetstone that sharpened your spiritual blade. The watchers, people who recall your failures, might attempt to belittle the transformation unfolding in you. They'll say, "Remember when you tried that before, and it blew up in your face?" Let them talk. The difference now is you carry the unstoppable synergy of heaven's endorsement. Those stumbles are no longer indefinite black marks. They are stepping stones on which your unwavering resolve stands. Still, you might find a residual part of you clinging to caution, fearing that one more misstep could break you. Silence that voice with truth. Even in the lowest pit, you survived. That survival was more than chance. It was a testament to the seed of greatness buried beneath your pain. Now that seed has sprouted. Fed by your tears, it's grown into the trunk of a mission that no wind can easily topple. Each wave of adversity only deepened your roots, preparing you for a harvest that's about to shock every skeptic. As you move forward in these next hours, each time your mind replays a past defeat, transform that memory into raw motivation. Let it fuel your vow never to shrink before risk again. You've already tasted the bitterness of regret. The blueprint calls you to choose bold action over safe stagnation. Does that guarantee no future missteps? Of course not. Growth is messy. Success is a winding road. But the difference now is that you hold the blueprint itself, a cosmic sanction that saturates your efforts with divine acceleration. This is the hour to release final attachments to what you once were. That shell of self-doubt is cracking, giving way to a resolute warrior who doesn't just bounce back, but catapults forward, surging past your old limitations. You'll find that the universe moves obstacles aside like parted waters. And if any doubt remains, remind yourself, you've already survived worse. On the other side of this threshold, the horizon blazes with possibilities so grand that your past defeats pale by comparison. Embrace that horizon with an unflinching gaze. It's your birthright. Chapter 4. Fighting for the miracles at your door. Miracles seldom arrive gift-wrapped on your doorstep. They often appear cloaked in the guise of challenges that test whether you're truly prepared. Tomorrow's extraordinary changes might manifest as a demanding choice, an unexpected phone call, or even a job offer that forces you out of your comfort zone. To claim what's rightfully yours, you must fight, not in the sense of aggression toward others, but with an unwavering determination to seize the moment before it slips through your fingers. Consider the labyrinth of mental battles you face daily, second-guessing your capabilities, caving into fatigue, letting cynics talk you out of your own potential. These are not minor skirmishes, but pivotal conflicts. That negative voice urging you to procrastinate or settle for less. It's the old blueprint trying to reassert itself, but now the new blueprint demands you obliterate these mental illusions. A single day of hesitation could cost you an opportunity that shifts your entire trajectory. If your spirit flares with alarm hearing that, good. It means you're awake. Embrace the notion that nothing about this phase is casual. You're here for war, spiritual war. The watchers around you, some friendly, some hidden foes, will hold their breath, wondering if you'll buckle under the pressure. But pressure is the forge for those chosen to do more than just exist. The real you emerges under these conditions, demonstrating that grit is not just a buzzword, but your lifeblood. You sense destiny pressing against your chest, daring you to either cower or charge forward. Let the latter be your response. In practical terms, fighting for these miracles can mean waking up an hour earlier to finalize that proposal, stepping beyond your usual social circle to meet allies who share your vision, or risking rejection by pitching your grandest idea. The blueprint for vision includes the confidence to attempt what used to terrify you. Resist the urge to run from a big leap. The old blueprint thrived in your fear of the unknown. The new one demands you greet the unknown like a trusted companion. When you finally do, you'll realize it was fear itself that was the true enemy all along, not the challenges or critics you once dreaded. Yet remember, a fight is not all brute force. There's a refined aspect, strategy, faith, and intuitive discernment. Listen to your gut about timing. Pray or meditate when confusion threatens clarity. You're not alone. Universal forces are weaving synchronicities to aid you. People, books, or random events will pop up, pointing you to resources you didn't know you needed. Capitalize on them. Once you decide your victory is non-negotiable, every cell in your body, every angelic presence assigned to your path, rallies to your cause. So prepare yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually. You might sweat, lose sleep, or face heartbreak in the short term. That's the reality of a warrior's path. But guess what? The blueprint has your name scrolled in cosmic ink, guaranteeing that if you match heaven's relentless push, you'll surpass your old limitations with startling ease. Let this knowledge fill your chest with unstoppable conviction. Tomorrow's miracles hover at your threshold. Just remember, only warriors who fight with unwavering passion get to fling that door wide open and claim the destiny waiting just beyond. Chapter 5. Unleashing the champion in your relationships. Think about the relationships you've settled for in the past. Friends, partners, even family dynamics that weighed you down more than they uplifted you. Part of your old blueprint involved tolerating connections that siphoned your energy or validated your insecurities. No more. The new blueprint demands relationships that sharpen your iron, not dull your edge. When the miracles arrive, they will also shift the circle around you, purging the connections that don't align and attracting those who empower your new path. This shift won't necessarily be gentle. Some individuals may sense your transformation and pull away, unsettled by the radiant force you emanate. Others might lash out, accusing you of arrogance, or forgetting your roots. Recognize these reactions for what they are: the friction of two mismatched frequencies. You're no longer content to revolve around negativity or a victim mindset. Your entire being thirsts for synergy with people who match your elevated vision. It's an essential filtering process, a spiritual sorting that might at first feel like losing old friends, but is ultimately making space for your future tribe. In romantic relationships, this blueprint demands that you become fiercely honest about your desires. If you've compromised to avoid conflict or to keep the peace, now is the time to speak the truth, even if it shakes the foundation. A partner who stands with you, unafraid of your evolution, is worth the discomfort of having those raw, clarifying conversations. On the other hand, if you discover the relationship can't handle your ascending frequency, it might be time to part ways. It's not an act of cruelty, but a statement of self-worth. The universe orchestrates encounters, but you must choose which ones you keep. A champion's love is never cheap, and you've outgrown the mere illusions of companionship. Consider the watchers in your social circles. Some will see your glow intensify and try to hitch a ride on your momentum. Fine if they reciprocate with genuine support. But be wary of opportunists who only want your spotlight while contributing nothing but subtle sabotage. This new era calls for you to step into leadership among your relationships, guiding but also discerning who truly stands on your side of the battlefield. Collaboration with the right people multiplies blessings. Ties with the wrong ones drain them. As your circle refines itself, don't forget the principle of reciprocity. If you expect unwavering loyalty and positive energy from your allies, you must reciprocate. Authentic relationships require you to invest your time and compassion. The new blueprint isn't about turning you into a lone wolf. It's about forging an unstoppable pack of spiritual warriors. So show up for them as you hope they'll show up for you. Together, you can celebrate the daily miracles that are about to erupt, forging bonds that time and trials cannot break. Yes, it might sting to release certain individuals, but growth always involves some shedding. In the end, you'll find that the relationships left standing are those that amplify your unstoppable momentum. And as you march forth to claim the extraordinary blessings waiting in the next few hours, these chosen companions will stand as your pillars, ensuring you never have to shoulder destiny's weight alone. Chapter 6. Your destiny unfolds in the midst of battle. War zones aren't just literal fields of conflict. They include the grind of everyday life, your mind wrestling with self-doubt or tensions in your closest circles. In truth, you've been fighting a battle of attrition against settling. Each time you clock in at a soul-draining job, bite your tongue instead of speaking your truth, or let fear guide you, the enemy gains ground. But after your blueprint's divine upgrade, you see the real war has always been between bold faith and timid survival. This fresh blueprint promises miracles arriving in hours, not months. Yet blessings often erupt amid chaos. As you rise in conviction, co-workers or friends who remember your old self-doubt may poke and prod, wanting to drag you back to mediocrity. Technological glitches or sudden obstacles might surge, testing whether you're truly committed to transcending your previous life. Understand, this isn't a single victory but a sustained campaign. You must keep your eyes on the mission, perhaps doubling down on journaling, meditation, or physical training to remain sharp. The watchers wonder if this surge is fleeting. Prove them wrong with consistency. Each day you show unwavering drive is another fracture in the walls that once confined you. Learn to flourish amid unpredictability. When chaos peaks, that's when miracles most often appear. A financial crisis might be followed by a random gift or job opportunity. A heartbreak could be healed by a perfectly timed message or synchronicity. The tension doesn't vanish. It becomes your stage for the extraordinary. Embrace it. Stay alive. Forging forward and harnessing unstoppable momentum. That's where miracles thrive. Amid these battles, keep your moral compass steady. You will face enticing distractions. If greed or desperation clouds your vision, remember, your true path is about spiritual synergy, not instant gratification. Authenticity and integrity set you apart. While onlookers may sneer, they can't replicate real character. Your decisions now reflect a champion's heart, forged by purpose and love, refusing to crumble under pressure. So march on. You're no victim of fate, but an architect of transformation. Obstacles become anvils. Each triumph forms a gleaming sword of will. The harder the battle, the brighter your aura. Others, witnessing your resolve, may join you, forming a legion of awakened souls. Where some would fold, you flourish. Illusions that once paralyzed you dissolve under the blazing truth of your unstoppable destiny, even in the heat of the fight. Chapter 7. Charging into the Dawn of Fulfillment. You've arrived at the threshold, heart pounding, spirit set on fire. The old blueprint is ashes behind you. You've endured heartbreaks, confronted illusions, and transformed under relentless pressure, sharpening every part of your being. Now, as the new day breaks, blessings surge your way at lightning speed, and you refuse to falter. Breathe in this dawn's light, the designs nudging you forward. A chance encounter, a phone call from an unexpected ally, a gut feeling to be at a certain place. Each green light says go. Your moment is now. If part of you flinches with doubt, override it with the certainty that you've come too far to let fear hold you back. As you step forward, keep your heart ablaze with gratitude. Not hollow words, but an internal vibration that thanks every trial for fortifying you and every tear for teaching you self-compassion. That resonance of thanks aligns you with ongoing miracles, ensuring today's momentum builds into tomorrow, fueling unceasing breakthroughs. Yet remain humble. While you ascend beyond your past limits, realize you're part of a grand design. Your success uplifts not only you, but everyone who encounters your radiance. In sharing your blessings, your insights, your energized presence, you ignite transformation in others, and in doing so, fortify your own. Some watchers will shrug it off as luck or a sudden fluke. You know better. Every struggle, every spark of hope shaped this champion in you. They're free to label it what they will. You carry the truth. You advance at a divine call, proving how swiftly a life can shift from stagnation to unstoppable overflow. So charge ahead. Charge like a triumphant warrior returning from a grueling campaign. Before you lies a horizon brimming with fresh opportunities, unshakable love, remarkable achievements, and profound alliances. You'll deepen your gifts, expand relationships, and blaze a trail others can follow. That's your charge. As one whose blueprint has been divinely touched, embrace it, proclaim it, and watch destiny unfold in hours that once seemed impossible. You are unstoppable. You are chosen. With each decisive step, you demonstrate to every cynic, every skeptic, and every hidden part of yourself that miracles aren't mere happenstance. They answer those brave enough to stand in the whirlwind and declare, I am here. Let the future unfold. Let this dawn greet you with thunderous applause, for you are a legend in the making, free and undeniably ready. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your support. Helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.